Hi, I'm Joel Farquhar, and I've been involved in Canadian business for almost 25 years now. I started my journey in the early 1990s as an MBA graduate from Queen's University, and I started working for CIBC Wood Gundy, an investment bank here in the Toronto market. Now, at CIBC, I learned an awful lot about commercial markets, capital markets, how money flows around this planet, how investment vehicles are originated and then sold to institutional investors and private clients alike. And today I'm a semi-retired options trader. So I've taken a lot of those lessons from the early 1990s and still use them to beat the markets in 2018. I was there about 10 years and I moved on to a Chicago-based management consulting firm where we'd help small to medium-sized businesses become more profitable, similar to a management model like McKinsey & Co. or Boston Consulting Group. Now, 80% of small businesses fail, and it's for a simple reason that the owners get involved in the business because they're passionate about the product. But what is really important is that you understand the numbers in your business and you recognize the efficiency for long-term survival. I then came back to Toronto and got involved in commercial real estate, where I was helping companies like IBM find office space in downtown Towers in Toronto, or Home Depot and Canadian Tire find warehouse space out in Mississauga. And it really sharpened my negotiation skills. So much so that the last deal I did was with ING Real Estate, and they recognized that and hired me as their National Director of Business Development. So I went there for about 4 or 5 years, and what a lot of people didn't realize about ING is that they were so successful in their banking model. They're a Holland-based bank, and they're so successful that they had to reinvest their profits to keep their shareholders happy. So they started buying real estate. And they became the largest holder of real estate on the planet. And I worked for them for about 4 or 5 years and then moved on to real estate development with a company called Elliston, who's one of the largest construction companies in Canada, where I learned a great deal about engineering and construction, what it takes to put up an office tower in downtown Toronto or build Skydome, which they both were accredited with. So over this time, I have interviewed hundreds of candidates. And I've been interviewed myself many, many times. And I've really created a platform or a model designed to make you the most effective recruit possible. And I'm truly able to distinguish what makes a candidate exceptional. And I've put it into a package that I'd like to share with you. Now, this package contains 5 key components that will truly set you up for success. The first of these being alignment, making sure that the right person is in the right job role. Now, in Jim Collins' book, Good to Great, he identified that the biggest challenge facing corporations today is placing mediocre candidates into their job roles. They don't wait for the truly exceptional candidate. Now, I have a 4-year degree in psychology that I finished at the University of Toronto, and I've been working in Myers-Briggs personality assessment for years. So if it's something that you're interested in, I could take you through this process and we could learn a lot more about you and a lot more about what types of roles would be perfectly suited for you. Secondly, building your brand. What is your message to the world? More importantly, what characteristics do you want to exemplify to your next employer? What is your messaging? And then we got to get to work on your resume. You have to make sure your resume is consistent with your brand, that the two match up properly, and that you're communicating the correct messages to each and every employer that you're interviewing with. So we design specific resumes for specific employers. This is very important. Most people put out blanket resumes to a bunch of employers, and it's very ineffective. Number 3, applying yourself. This is where I can really come to help you. Now, what most people don't understand is that some of the best jobs are hired internally. They don't even use their HR department for the recruiting process. So by emailing out your resumes to a bunch of HR departments can be highly ineffective. We need to target. We need to find the right person within the organization that wants to see your resume. Now, what you're about to see is just a sampling of the network that has been in my background. These are either companies that I've worked directly for, or institutions that I've attended, or companies where I've built up client relationships over many, many years. Now, not every organization is the same, but I can help you navigate the organization that you're targeting and get you to the right person. Now, that being said, sometimes the strategy will be to apply to HR, but that's where we're lumped in with a lot of people and we really have to shine in the interview. So as we're going through these 5 stages, You may not feel that you need to go through every one of them, and that's fine. We can parcel out whatever you think is necessary for you to brush up on to become the best candidate possible. So let's continue with the next two. So now it's showtime, the interview. And most people think that if they show up on time, they're well presented, and they answer the questions correctly, they've done the best they can do. But let me give you a secret out of Marketing 101. To make a memorable event, you have to make an emotional connection with the subject. So I can teach you how to do that. It's not easy, but there are techniques that you can employ that will make you stand apart from the crowd. And then the final stage, closing the deal. And most people again think that they send a thank you email thanking them for the time in the interview. That's the best that they can do. But let me assure you, there are many, many things that you can do, once again, to set yourself apart from the crowd. So there you have it. There are the 5 stages of setting you up for success in your next recruiting campaign. So in closing, here's my offer to you. Take advantage of my 25 years of business experience, all the clients I've had, all the employers I've had, all the employees I've had, and make yourself the best possible candidate that you can be. And I want to help you achieve that. Thanks, and I hope to talk to you soon.